Всем привет, друзья! Продолжаем прохождение игры The Outer Worlds. На чем мы остановились? Так, нужно, наверное, завершить задания, которые есть на этой планете, и потом отправляться далее. Так, что у нас? Почные задания. У нас нужно одно задание тут осталось, спасти Джеймсона. Опа, а тут уже дверь открыта. Я так полагаю, это и есть Джеймс. Да. То есть вот, короче, я долгое время ходил, не спасал его, потому что у меня не было э, специальных приспособлений для открытия двери. И вот чем это закончилось. Или же квест автоматически сработал. Вот такая концовка, когда я закончил все другие дополнительные задания. Но я так и не понял, где можно достать вот эти вот части для открытия заблокированных дверей. Я должен их где-то покупать или... Ну, я вроде бы продавцов смотрел, я так и не нашел.
Nice.
Я походу перегружен. Так, теперь нужно доложить о том, что этот ученый умер.
Yes? Did you find my colleague, Jameson?
Да, нашел.
Jameson. I didn't do right by him, did I? Only cared about how he helped or hurt my research. You understand nothing. Me least of all.
Чё это он обиделся на правду?
Yes? Did you find my colleague? Jameson. Not in this colony, there isn't. But success here will get me to Byzantium. I'll have recognition.
Не понял, а почему? Все равно репутация ухудшена.
What can I do you? Yeah. Oh.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Yeah, so this is my height. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than cozy like it. That's in pretty good shape considering how the block 2.
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trick. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic.
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking. You can do that, you know. My dad.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Fancy running into you again. Don't mind me. Gotta hand it to you, boss. That's a fine-looking ship. Oh. Yes, just give me a shot. That's all I'm asking. I could be the best damn... You're serious, you're giving me a shot. All right. Hang on. I put together a little speech. Hey there, I'm Felix Millstone. I have prepared a list of reasons why I believe you should hire me to join the crew of your ship and/or outlaw gang. Firstly, I am highly personable, and I get along well with anyone who is not of the jackass persuasion.
I'm sorry. He's funny.
Secondly, I can be counted on in the event of a firefight, standoff, and/or raid. My motto is, if you need a steady gun hand, I'm your man. That motto is... Additionally, I have several years of experience as a box hauler. This skill may come in handy if you need a body dragged away or a... In conclusion, thank you for considering me for your ship crew and...
I thought that was real good, Felix.
Thanks for the... What do you think? Wow. Thanks, boss. I'll just gather my personal...
You got a crew now, Felix.
Hey, be careful with those crates, huh? My cargo...
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt the advertisement for the following story. Have you had a moment to look into that little opportunity? You don't hurry up. What's that? What'd you turn... Well, that's just a shame you didn't visit old Gladys first. If Auntie Cleo's exporting wraps from Monarch, golly me, someone's going to be in the soup when they get caught. Bless your slippery little fingers. Isn't that just a shame? Prototype schematics go for a fair handful of... Darnation. It sounded like a gold mine, but maybe that's just my old hopes getting in the way. I suppose it can't be helped. Law bless you for doing the legwork, sweetie. Don't forget your pal Gladys now. You can come visit anytime. Anytime, sweet.
Still getting acquainted?
So, how's this work? Do we get a table? Stand in a corner? Okay, so... Oh, and don't worry on the price. I got this. Oh, no, that's on account of my not being able to sleep lately. Makes my hands all twitchy, you know? I've just been lying awake, thinking about what Junlei said and... Oh, wow! You remembered! Well, that's... bottoms up.
Purpleberry wine's all right if you require a sweetness to your spirits. Seems like a drink that would suit you, Miss Holcomb. Just mind how much you imbibe.
Wow, this is... really... Oh, Captain. I'm pining for Junlei something fierce. I mean, just... with Junlei. I don't know what to do about... us. Well, she talked about another girl, right? Isabel. Mentioned her by name and everything, like she... Maybe I've been making a right fool of myself this whole time. Maybe she's not interested after all. I don't know, I'd call it, It was real long and rambly. She was telling me a story about her dad, how this Isabel lady never quite managed to get her dad's approval, but they carried on anyways. Made something good out of a bad situation. Then it all went down the tubes. Do you think Junlei still has feelings for her? I just got a lot of feelings, Captain, and they're all climbing up my throat. I need another drink. Right now. Come on, Captain. Okay, maybe you're right. I am a little woozy. Hydration?
Good call. It's best to proceed with a...
Shush. Captain, I want to talk... Everything? I got a soul... Does she think I'm as pretty as I think she's handsome? What if she doesn't like me? What if she's still got feelings for that lady, Isabel? There's nothing easy about spilling your guts to the person who's got your heart in their hands. You know I'm not interested in physical affection. That's... well, it's tripped folks up in the past. Folks I thought... Of course. Wouldn't you be? Huh. I'd never thought of it that way. I wonder what June's afraid of being rejected for. She seems perfect to me. Maybe those are just my rose... Gosh, I don't know that I got that in me. Sometimes I feel real mean inside, Captain. I don't want to be that person. Don't want to be cold. Well, Captain, this has been... This is... Oh gosh, I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask June out. Just as soon as... Thanks for hearing me out and giving me counsel. And, well, for being a friend. It means a whole lot.
Well, it's not like I could be elsewhere. Nor am I capable of neglecting a...
Huh. All right. Thank you, guys. You're real good friends, you know that? Come on.
It get cooler in here? You looking to shoot targets far?
This is Halcyon.
How do you do? Oh. Have you returned a current bill? I'm glad we could come to an accommodation. You may inform Mr. Now, is there...
You looking to shoot? You looking to shoot target?
Wish I could say it was good to see. The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse.
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment. If you're looking for a medic, If I'm being honest, and I prefer not to, I was about ready to pick up another contract anyway, and you settled this in a pretty tidy... But we can say I'm repaying the favor if you prefer that version. You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Cap. Traveling in style, are we?
Dr. Fenhill, glad you opted to join us. It'll be good to have a Sawbones on the crew.
Gracious. Fantastic. Do be careful with... You should have a chat with Lilia Hagen in the Sublight offices. She's a dear. You'll love her. Now. What do you want? Anytime, sweet.
I'm gonna be able to set foot on a whole other planet. I know Monarch's the moon. I think it counts anyhow.
Monarch is a wretched hive of terrorism and anarchy. Best top off our ammo stock before we leave.
And key-free nuts in it. It's time for a KYO.
Hey, I saw that! What do you think you're doing? I don't want any trouble out of it.
Keep your sights out.
Hey, that pad down there, with the lights off, there are people unloading a ship.
Probably another sublight contract haul.
Back for a rest? Space adventuring is tiring work.
Hey, Captain. I hope I wasn't too much bother. Some of the drinks and I don't feel it today. I messaged Junlei when we got back, and I reread my message in the morning, and it was unclear. I was drinking when I said... I've ruined things in the past because I didn't say things I should have, like, I've met someone. I want to be honest with her, so if she feels the same about me... Oh, isn't she sweet? I ought to go write her back. I mean...
Destination reached. Scylla.
Scylla. No laws, no lines, and a whole lot of guns. I love this place.
I only ever seen this asteroid in the pages of thrilling space adventures.
was that?
Someone else will clean this up, right?
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring...
Why does that...
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello.
It's Doc. I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen...
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special part.
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech...
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bold. The one and... wait, who's asking? I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy and that busybody... You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril. Yes, well, I shan't. Give Wanda my chilliest. And farewell to you, dear Dr. Fenhill.
You'd better hope not.
Welcome back. Do wipe the blood and space dust from your feet in the entry bay. Thank you. We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Heard from the lasses down on 22 that you did a contract for Subway.
Only one, a legit haul. Smashed up a freighter out in the Charybdis belt.
You ever stop to wonder
You can't
how
just
it got
help
smashed
yourself
up?
to whatever you want. What do you think you're doing? Oh. Just be careful next time.
purple berry punch. You want a punch? Rizzo's lemon, Rizzo's purple berry crunch, triple kale flakes, and purple berry flavored power nuggets. Now with 12% more crunch.
Good to see you again. Ellie, my.
I sold it. Didn't seem to me.
That mod was for your gun.
You want to bust my chops?
Please.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually...
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down.
Have it your way, then. Now, about... Were I a gambling woman? I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return. I can't thank you enough.
CNP Borgsworth. It's not the worst unless it's the worst.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Ship. You the one flying? Miss Lily has been Hey, Doc Fenhill. Glad to see you ain't moved.
Hey, Tobias. How...
Good as you left it, ma'am. Still bends and everything. Took some extra lead while I was on a job. Ellie here patching me. The other guy thought his ship was perfectly operational. I told him it was salvage. We disagreed.
Workplace hazards, Captain. Pretty...
Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo? These days, I stick to HQ and look.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have... Charm. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leak. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of...
Wouldn't be much fun without one.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. One of my guys in Stellar Bay has a lead on some high-grade salvage, but he went dark before he... We arranged a drop at the Saltuna warehouse's loading dock. Find whatever he left there and take it to Fallbrook. My gal Catherine. A few of my... We keep the community lubricated with a One of my guys filmed a raptidon grinding on an automech. Didn't end well for anyone, including the cameraman. Now, get going. Catherine will brief you on the... One last thing. When you're on the job, keep a pair of eyes. Don't go looking for anything, except... You'll do fine.
Good enough?
Sublight's always up for work. Good gig if you don't mind where the bits come from.
CNP Borst Pockets can be microwaved in 2.5 seconds. Borst Pockets.
Do you know what's happening? On Terra 1? Last I heard, the board was in dispute with the renegade.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
If it isn't the savior. Be seeing you.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Fudge. A soft, sour candy shell around a sweet purple berry flavored center. Have you seen this, man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local...
Welcome!
News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This has been...
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, I guess, never mind.
Felix Mills.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
It's possible I got caught lifting some spare parts.
I tell you to stay out.
Huh? Oh, I am alert and awake. Not to worry. I take our ship's security highly seriously. Welcome back, Captain. Now that you have acquired a nav key to stay...
Well done. You'll love Monarch. Exotic climate, violent native species, fascinating culture, really. You'll need to speak with Hiram Blythe. He's known as the information broker, and for good reason. If anyone knows where I can find those chemicals, I need those chemicals to revive the Hope's colonists. They can help us fight back against the Board. They can help us set things right. If we don't put a stop to the Board, they're going to drive this colony toward a complete societal collapse. You'll see what I mean when you arrive on Monarch. Oh, I've tried. I haven't been able to get through to him at all. Silence from the system's own information broker? Not a good sign. Hiram's peculiar silence leaves us with no other option. You'll want to hire the services of a skilled guide. I recommend a hunter by the name of Nyoka. Frequents the drinking establishment. Once you have everything you need, make your way to Hiram Blythe. Best of luck, everyone on the Hope.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means it must be new to stuff. You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off. Wish more folk could say that. Gets awful quiet guarding a landing pad that never gets used. You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic, us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest Zal tuna in Halcyon. Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make... And thank the stars for them, or... Mr. Sanjar will be mighty... Oh, and if you're headed that way, I got this Rizzo's Rangers Tosswell poster coming in on the next sublight shipment. Signed by... Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia? Thanks a bunch.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood. So I can't... Don't interrupt, it's rude. But I gotta get in there. Get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. Shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be... right. Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folk, nice change of pace. Ow! What are you doing? Well. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head. Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of... I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you... Well, they work. We gotta...
Velma seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky. No.
get another advance, Mr. Greetings. What? You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering. I still don't know anything about it. But if you want to help him, but... Not at all. Laws, no. So I can talk to him. Sort of the strong side. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff. Would you? Oh. He does.
Good to have.
I know. You think that's what I'm looking for? Not in Stellar Bay. Everyone else besides. Sorry.
Well, see...
That you...
How can yield improvements of 26...
You've often
Clear my schedule. These...
You'd be a hit and...
Did you hear that power play, Celia? They don't make them like... I only hope you don't judge me by my hand. Now, what bit... Hiram? But... Oh, a shame. I'd been saving a... I had hoped that...
Because he's scared to go it alone. You need the board to hold your hand and tell you everything's gonna be okay.
Surviving alone isn't... Thanks to the soak. We've kept ourselves in business. Yes, freedom is a...
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the note.
Not everyone like...
Your friend makes a good... I used to be young and I...
Indeed. Mr. Nandi here has a...
On our terms, my...
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a system.
What?
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps...
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middleman. The plan she refers to is a with a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive
and you'll have a powerful
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy.
It is... In the old arms... Do be careful. Oh, and...
Look, you can tell Kath... Well, I hope you can forgive my... First, my autoloader... This again? I swear, this... You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. That about... No. Sure can. If you want to pay... I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I...
Have you had time to check on that post? Would you look at that? I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was gonna spend at the... And you know what? Take my old tossball blocker too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
What are the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here. Light years from...
Hello.
Quite the bedside.
Well, it's... What can I... And what a helpful young man you are.
Whiskey help.
Please leave I'm so... Our reserves have gotten... Isn't it just... I'd make an exception for you if I could...
Don't blame me if I puke on your shoes.
Oh, I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but... Maybe some other time then, when Auntie... But I'd hate to send you away empty... Now, there's no keeping secrets from Auntie. Also, I really do have to enter... Indeed. Oh. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Now I've gone and said too much. And... If so, I would love to know where. Sublight.
I'd hope not. Fleecing's the mark of a real professional.
Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than... Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them. Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty... And to keep an extra key to the supply room. For all the times Dr. Williams... The one upstairs. In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. The graveyard...
You're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything. Chin up.
I think I'm gonna be sick. I cleaned the apartments. If you're going into the... Now...
Whatever you do, don't mention tossing.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
Murder? Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Not much I can do for this guy.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay.
Always wanted to visit Stellar Bay. Taking the sights, the sounds. Wait, what's that smell?
Am I the only one getting hungry?
Take him down!
Ready for more?
Who's next? Nobody? Yeah, that's what I thought. Are these real ruins? Huh. It's just like in the serials.
Think they left anything good behind?
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Sounds like rap. Oh, it does work.
Ah, the char. Oh, the.
Says someone who's never had any fun. That was fast.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that. Great. Where? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road. If you're more of a spelunker, rotting. That said, 3's already a crowd.
A real big game hunter.
So, Mioka, what's the ugliest thing you ever... Or killed?
Oh. Still have nightmares about this one. Fiercest, most foul creature I've ever faced. Just shy of 7 feet tall. Breath like a sulfur pool. A little slow, strong as a mountain.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in a raptidon?
Sebastian, you ever get your hands on those fair?
I must have hunted a dozen.
Manapillars ain't got fair.
At least I... You're in... Oh, good. You look like... Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days. But I hope it's working okay, because... Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to... Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talk... But if I give her one... You sound pretty sure. Okay, I'll do it.
Have you talked to Sebastian? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this, or was it more, sure? Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Ah, look at... Anyhow.
So who do you follow? Wait. That's a shame.
You get to listen to games all day.
It's pretty swell. Say, I don't...
I'll try not to be a stranger then.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to...
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks.
Look at me, getting... So, what... Poor Isaac. I was one... I'd really like to help. Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on... Sometimes he'd drink Purpleberry Punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddy. They're hooligans from fall. They usually loiter in the alley. Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
Uh-huh.
Think they're watching the same serials, following the same tossball games?
My back aches and everything smells like...
Who the fuck?
Hey! What are you doing here? Berta already pissed by the... Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that it... I don't think so.
They go!
Everyone all right? You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you...
Well, I see you've had a sobering. Forgive me, Celia. Anyway. But that's terrible. But that means we won't be able to log their test. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper... Always a shame when tempers get the better. Still, your intervention in the... I see. And was his... Well, that's excellent. I'll see... What else can I do?
I need to talk to you, Captain. Hey, got a favor. Figure while we're out here in the wilderness anyhow, we might stop in on an... Preferably before we get to Hiram's. You don't seem the type to run off and get yourself killed, and... Hey, it ain't easy for me to spill my guts like a cut-up rapt, alright? I'll be upfront with you. I hate asking for help. But this... Really? I used to run with a band of hunters. Friends. 6 of us. We were on Monarch when the corporations pulled out, and we helped a lot of people pick up the pieces. I haven't seen 2 of them in years,
Привет,
and
Миша.
the rest I know to be dead.
Дела
I'd
отлично.
like to gather
Все
their effects
отлично.
and bury them all in the same places. But the
Вот
family we once
вернулся
were.
ненадолго, решил постримить.
First, we go to Hayes.
А ты как?
I buried him a ways from our encampment. I need to pay my respects. I'll show you where he rests. A long time ago, we built an encampment in one of Monarch's cave systems. Trouble is, a Mannequin showed up and kicked us all out. If we can find Rebecca and Anders, they'll know how to lure her out. Then, we kill the bitch and bury everyone's medallions together.
В связи с работой намного меньше стримить стал. Ну, у меня тоже такая же ситуация. Я тоже работаю, так что забрасываю. И следующие тоже полгода стримить не буду, ну а потом мы посмотрим.
Thanks, Cap.
— 20 минут назад, в субботу, ну ты даешь. А что за работа, если не секрет?
Good old Stellar Bay. Only place on the planet that don't stink of sulfur. On account of it stinking like fish instead.
We gotta go explore. Alright, nice work!
Понял. Ну, надеюсь, работа не мешает тренироваться в зале. Ну да, поначалу, конечно, да. Много информации, передозы и уже, я думаю, после 9, да, куда уже тренироваться. Ну, это поначалу всегда так. Я тоже немножко забросил тренировки, тоже работа, все дела. Нет возможности, не потому что не хочу, а нет возможности.
Nobody messes
Ну да, я думаю, после... вот люди, ну, я не знаю, не думаю, что, ну, что тут такого там пообщаться, да, на работе, в принципе, это не тяжело там с людьми общаться. На самом деле, это, ну, очень тяжело морально, да, общаться с огромным количеством людей на работе. Тоже в своем виде нагрузка. Приходишь домой, еще стрим запускать нужно, да, общаться тоже с людьми. Я думаю, уже целый день так наобщаешься, что не особо и хочется. Игрушка The Outer Worlds от создателей Fallout. Очень сильно во всем похоже. Немножко другой сеттинг. Да, не знаю, я тоже вернулся, наверное, только один стрим сделал по танкам. Честно говоря, зашел, вообще ничего интересного, вообще ничего не поменялось. Как было там 4 месяца назад игра, такой же и осталась. Ну, все уныло, не знаю, надоело. Вообще нет желания играть в это. Borderlands 3, а ты типа проходил первую, вторую часть? Я не играл. Слышал про нее, смотрел обзоры, но не играл.
My buddy had a key, but I ain't heard him in a while. He locked me in here and took off. Probably got munched. So look for a dead
Я типа покупал процессор за границей, и там идет со всеми процессорами, там AMD-шными, там видеокартами и так далее, типа в подарок Xbox Pass на 3 месяца. То есть можно играть 3 месяца бесплатно в любую игру, которая есть в Xbox магазине. Ну вот новинка вышла там, и я сразу могу поиграть.
Thank you so much. It was getting all stuffy in there, and I was getting a mite lightheaded, and I think maybe I was gonna die. Now I'm out here, and I'm headed back.
Still landing yourself in trouble, eh, Hux?
Oh, hi, Nyoka. You mind giving me an escort back home? Oh, you're traveling with someone. Never mind. Oh, sure, I'm a runner. I'm used to getting all dizzy and... Hey, who's your identical, slightly blurred...
Thanks a lot, mister.
Я, кстати, не помню, Borderlands есть ли в Xbox. Сейчас нужно... посмотреть. Нету. Где я? В каком смысле? Ну, в Украине сейчас. Я смотрел за Borderlands. Я думал, что в Xbox есть. Но я вижу он в Epic Store. 900 гривен, да, стоит. Ну что, если игра качественная, если играл в предыдущие части, то почему бы и нет. Я смотрю, 900 гривен это, ну, стандартная цена для всех игр. Я тоже Epic Game Store мониторил, то на последние игрушки там как раз цена есть. За исключением там, например, ты видел Red Dead Redemption 2. Ну, вот такие игры там и типа NFS Hit. Ну, это не про Epic Game Store, а вообще. То почему-то цены там, конечно, чуть-чуть больше за 1000, если я не ошибаюсь. NFS, ну там около 1200, наверное. Это PC-версия.
You weren't supposed to look. Oh, yes. No doubt someone else was having a laugh at my expense before.
Ну, конечно, за Red Dead Redemption 2 возможно, конечно, такую цену гнать, потому что, да, там качество проекта, конечно, стоит того. А вот NFS Hit я, конечно, хотел бы поиграть, потому что я фанат NFS, и вроде бы возвращаться к вот тем временам, типа NFS Most Wanted. Если у них все получится, если будет игра действительно достойная, то... Ну, 900 гривен бы, да, нормальная цена, но, блин, 1200, 1500, это я уже считаю слишком. Это игры уровня, ну, на PlayStation такая цена.
One of the executives... I thought volunteering to donate might improve. Apparently not. In charge of a scrap heap of a city. Abandoned by the... I hadn't thought of it that way. But perhaps there's something to that. Thank you for that. Oh, yes. I'm going to be up all night with this.
Try to control yourself.
Have you any idea how powerful this is? What a question! Bureaucratic micromanagement is the only way anything gets done in how... For our part, a bill of liquidation/transfer Form 52 will protect our holdings on Monarch by temporarily assigning them to a pass-through entity once we drop our bomb on the board.
Wait, we're dropping?
Sort of. Really.
But really, whatever gets you excited about the idea.
I have reason to believe that one of the other corporations is operating...
Those bastards. Leave us to our perils, then come back just to reap what they can.
If we can find proof, I can use that as leverage to...
Ну, я считаю, что лучше потратить 900 гривен на качественную игру. Да, тем более в некоторых играх есть там сетевой режим, можно еще после прохождения там играть с друзьями и так далее, чем, например, 900 гривен на танчик. За качественный контент не жалко дать денег разработчику. Но вот в Wargaming сейчас бы я бы вообще не донатил ничего.
You really think so? I admit I've been hatching this scheme for quite some time. If someone is operating here, then Catherine's almost certainly supplying them out of Fallbrook. Perhaps she could be convinced to tell you where they are. That's part of the problem. She has certain ambitions for Stellar Bay, and I fear my asking...
Don't get yourself worked up, sir. It's perfectly natural to have a healthy fear of her.
We really don't need to discuss this now, Celia. Once you subtly work out where this corporate facility might be,
ну, тем
bring back
более
proof of its
вообще.
operation. Maybe some
Отлично.
nice letterhead. Or someone working there. That would do it.
Например, вот за GTA 5, да, люди отдали деньги и потом играют в онлайн режим. До сих пор. Она вышла уже, я не знаю, сколько лет тому назад. И до сих пор получают удовольствие. А, я не знаю, купить танк, сыграть, ну, у меня так лично. Я никогда прям танк не покупал, но получал, да, за задание. И меня хватает там, ну, в среднем на 300 боев. Там на одном. Потом просто надоедает.
A foolproof plan if I ever heard one. I'll leave the execution to you.
Да, иногда просто скучно синглплеерные некоторые игры проходить. С друзьями по фану. Если это не, например, Ведьмак 3. Да, не знаю, Ведьмак 3 вышел, и я когда играл, то просто про время забывал. Очень круто проработанная игра. Таких сейчас, ну, мало проектов выходит. Поэтому Киберпанк там будет как раз выходить в мае, если я не ошибаюсь. Как раз у меня в мае день рождения, поэтому я предзаказ оформил на Киберпанк 2077. Думаю, что от создателей Ведьмака, серии Ведьмака, плохого ждать не нужно. Я думаю, игра там будет очередной шедевр.
south here, off the road and down this slope. We've got a decent trek ahead of us.
You ever want to hide a body? You could dump it in that sulfur pool.
I hear acid baths are all the rage in Byzantium. Anyone fancy a dip? Reputation for this! The score, Cap!
That's the last of it!
Heads up with us! Out like a lamb. Good score, Cap! Fallbrook's on the other side of the bridge there if you need a drink. We're only halfway to the mountain, so might consider stopping in. And we're alive. Look northwest. That ain't it, but marauders sometimes camp inside the buildings there. Steer clear unless you fancy getting shot. Westbound still. I'll let you know when we can start ascending.
That had to hurt!
I call this rotting river, on account of all the dead things I've thrown in it over the years. It'll take you into the Devil's Peak Caverns if you follow it under the bridge. That's one option. Other's the slope up. Be up for some food. Maybe that needs to stay. Set up this path and want to sneak your way through a few night schools on the way up.
Good thing I got my hiking boots on. They're actually the same as my ass-kicking boots. I can't afford another pair.
It is a trek, isn't it? Almost like we don't have working lifts or roads. Rats. Let's clear this sulfur sun fucks out so Hayes can rest in peace.
Тесты по работе? А что за тесты? Вам еще тесты типа домой задают?
Hayes was the best self-sacrificing son of a saint I ever met. Halcyon is worse off without him. Now, if we're gonna lure the Manta Queen out, we'll need to find Rebecca and Anders. They took a UDL contract on Terra 2. We never heard from them again. Think it's time I call in a favor with Hiram. If anyone can track them down, it's... I don't know much about it. It paid well, so they took it. They said they'd be back in a couple of weeks and that maybe we could all use the money to get off Monarch. That was a long time ago.
Типа на знание ассортимента, типа такого. Ну и характеристик.
I should have. But soon after they left, Hayes, and to be honest, after him... Thanks. I'm still not convinced I won't come to regret it, but we've started down this path. Might as well see. Now, come on, let's make tracks before Hiram...
Понял. Ноутбук есть. Ну да, если ты... Я не знаю, ты типа просил какой-то там отдел или тебя, ну, сами определили? Там, я же думаю, там в магазе разделено на отделы, там бытовая техника, там компьютерная техника и так далее. А, да, даже так. А скидка сотрудникам есть на технику? Ну да, блин, это, конечно, жесть знать весь ассортимент магазина, там, если не сотни товаров, там, попробуй все запомнить. Я недавно, типа, в Мегаспорте скупался, то, ну так, завели разговоры с консультантом, с девушкой. И она вроде бы говорила, что у нее, типа, план за месяц продать, или, я не помню, наверное, на 400 или 300 тысяч гривен товара. То есть лично она должна продать на 300 тысяч. Я не знаю, как это вообще. Не знаю, как конфи, там типа есть консультанта какой-то там план, сколько он должен за месяц там, продать. Ну, на сколько товара. Ну, нормально, на 50к. Неплохо. Ну, в принципе, да, если ты говоришь, что за день на 56 тысяч продал, то, в принципе, вполне реально на лям. Хотя, походу, надо, как говорится, не зевать, да, чтобы там другие консультанты, типа, своего клиента не забрали потенциального. А типа есть, если там больше продал, там на сколько там, тысяч, какая-то там премия или что-то такое. Работник года, месяца. Ну это круто, если есть поощрение, то есть какой-то смысл там запариваться.
And here we are. Told you we'd make it in one piece. Station ain't too far now.
Hey, you! Get over here! There are marauders up ahead!
Oh no. How the hell did marauders navigate the caverns?
This station's under the protection of the corporate compliance crew. You a marauder? 'Cause me and my sunshine, that's my gun if you were wondering, we don't take kindly to marauders. A coherent enough response, I reckon.
Ну, неплохо,
Must be
да.
true. You're clear.
По
But I would
25к
caution you against
вообще.
pressing on ahead. This station's plumb crawling with marauders, you know.
Срубить 25к и уехать отдыхать бесплатно в Турцию.
I take it you ain't met the other C3. Me and Sunshine are doing exactly what we've been tasked. You ought to talk to my crew. There is nothing I'd enjoy more, but the C3s play it by the book. See that path that runs underneath that giant archway? Follow it on down. There's a...
Need something? Talk to Joy. And for the love of space, don't rob
А сколько идет испытательный срок у тебя? Два месяца. Многовато, конечно, 2 месяца. Даже так. Я думал просто 2 месяца, типа, и меньше зарплат. Ну, если так, то, конечно, круто. Если норма меньше.
Living up in a tower on a place called Devil's Peak, you might be some type of serial villain.
To be honest, I'm surprised it's still standing. Every time I set foot inside, I half expect the tower to fall over.
Этот смычок.
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Ой, сори.
Here's the elevator, but ain't gonna budge while this place is on lockdown. Guess we keep moving forward. Look for another way up.
Out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Base to intercom. I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you... And you, Nyoka, what are you doing?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also,
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with. No. The Marauders want me dead.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the broker.
What? Everyone calls... See, Nyoka? I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the... They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be... The elevator and doors to the second floor are back online. Hurry before I have to lock them down. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep... Already, they've caused considerable damage to the station's property. If they... Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
Looks like we're doing this.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a
Ну, это
celebration.
побочное задание, типа задание твоего
One
компаньона.
hefty payment for a highly valued service
Обычно они
rendered. But
не
I
слишком
admit, I
длинные.
do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why? Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me.
Ну,
Although I
еще
do
миниган
recognize that you
решает.
may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me. Tug on my heartstrings, why don't you? Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra too.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts. These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract. Now scram. And, good luck. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Have you seen Doc Wells? The guy's ancient. You take any more time and he's liable to croak.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. The bandwidth! There's too much blasted background noise. Nothing gets through but their local broadcasts. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood. No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out. The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end. Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside. Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting. My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had it. Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay. You do that, I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feel. Sure, you know.
I bet you'll like Rebecca. What's up?
Must have been nice, throwing off the shackles of your old job, taking up the rugged life of a hunter.
Sure, it's... Wait, what?
Board must have forced you to do something.
Captain, Felix and the vicar are arguing again.
Young Millstone, you look pensive. I don't know what that means, but...
I find myself marveling at the complex and...
Hey boss, got a hypothetical for you? You got a friend, see? Somebody you knew when you were growing up. 5 years go by, they send you a message out of the aether. You got the wrong idea, boss. It ain't like that. Guy by the name of Clyde Harlow. He was an old friend of mine. I just heard from him. Says he wants to talk to me. Says it's urgent. Clyde's waiting for us on Scylla. What he's doing on an asteroid, I can't begin. I appreciate this, boss.
I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast. Hello? I'll keep this short, lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off?
the transmission. Take care. I require... We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received... Aha. I knew that'd entice you to return to our... I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have... The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, the market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you.
В этой игре слишком много разговоров.
If you're looking for crew members Ellie or Felix, they're sharing a drink upstairs.
Очень.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. I think I'll initiate.
Score one for Felix.
I'd wager this is the outcome.
Here they come.
Take it. Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Oh no. Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, hell. I'm sorry, Yuka.
I don't... They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul... At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the... I hate to say this, but... Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the mana queen out of our old... The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might... That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact I've never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I...
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
There's a proper encampment.
Light must be inside.
Hey, you. Looking for something?
Some crew members are causing a disturbance. Destination reached. Scylla.
System alert. Security patrol.
And we're alive. this. Dead set on screwing this place up, too.
Wonder what it'd take to knock this over.
Спасибо тебе большое, что заглянул на стрим. Спокойной ночи.
Looks like some sort of habitation.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's... Outstanding. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. Password to the door?
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
You see we had a conveyor pull in?
Have either of the assault cruisers?
Great work. There it is. Just... Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up. Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Ah, yes. Here. There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish... Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually... I admit it would...
Do you know what's happening on Terra 1? Dispute with the Renegade Company. Sounded dire.
You looking to shoot tar?
Good to see you again.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? In? Keep your wits about you. This is sublight territory.
Fallbrook's great. Anything you want, they've got it. So long as you've got the bits.
Want to make a run with me to Stellar Bay?
This is Reginald's stuff, all right, but sounds like Cheney's gone gold, man.
She's got back from
Guess even scholars need to find ways to make ends meet in exile.
Smell like raw meat and got splotches of blood on them?
Yep. Oddest thing. They started ordering cans of Borstwurst.
Always imagine Fallbrook with me.
If you're feeling like the civilized type, the waterfall's a good spot to wash your clothes.
What do you want? Oh, hey, Vicar Mac.
Haven't you heard? Everyone's welcome here. It's a fucking worker's paradise. Never worked a day in your miserable life. You're just a parasite, living off my goodwill. This is the guy who told me about the book while we were in prison. I lied about it, but I don't care about any of that anymore. I just want to inflict massive amounts. Yes. Now, where were we? Oh, that's right.
Wait! I know who can
It's too late for that. I threw away my life chasing fairy tales. Will punishing you fix any of that?
It was stolen from some sort of expert on philosophism. Weird hermit lady on Scylla. My father used to deliver supplies to the It's true! My father collected some extra bits on the side by diverting some of the way he told it, he thought the book looked valuable, so he took it. Couldn't find any buyers when it...
Fine. I want to thank you for talking so... It has been a long... You're right. And even then, you owe me nothing, I know. Thank you. Oh, the way I...
You're back. Not that I missed you. I assure you, I am not capable of such emotional capacity.
Ладно, друзья, на этом сегодня закончим. Слишком много у нас появилось заданий побочных. Но все они как-то пересекаются на разных. В следующий раз попробуем закончить все задания напарника, потом полегче. Задания фракции. Тут, в принципе, нужно встретиться, я так понимаю, с одним и тем же NPC. И потом приступим к основному заданию. Всем спасибо, ребята, за просмотр. Всем удачи, еще увидимся. Всем пока.